Welcome to Wheelchair Fitness Explained, a video series where I take aspects of fitness and break them down to make them easy for you to understand so you can take them on your fitness journey as a wheelchair user. In today's video, we are going to be covering low intensity steady state training, also known as L.I.S.S. L.I.S.S is a type of cardiovascular training where we maintain a steady state for a longer period of time at a low to moderate intensity. Let's have a look at some key features of L.I.S.S training. The first part here we're going to talk about is the steady state. Unlike something like HIIT training where we're doing intervals of high intensity and low intensity and mixing between the two, for this we are maintaining a moderate pace for an extended period of time with not much fluctuation in the actual pace itself. So it looks like a more traditional type of training session, something like going for a run or hand cycling or swimming, etc. The next key aspect of it is the duration of these training. Because we're doing a low to moderate intensity, we want to be doing this for an extended period of time. Somewhere at least 30 minutes long, but going up to 2 hours or maybe even more for the more advanced people. Doing upwards of 30 minutes helps us to build our endurance, which can really help as a wheelchair user, especially in our day-to-day lives, helping us to have better stamina. The next key aspect is the low intensity nature of these workouts. Unlike something like HIIT training or resistance training, which are extremely taxing on our body, these are a much lower intensity and is really good for somebody who's a beginner or for somebody who has something like joint issues or a history of injuries. It's also good for those of you who are looking to recover in between high intensity sessions. And the type of activities we want to be doing during these are the low intensity stuff. We don't want to be doing stuff like weights or burpees, etc. We want to be doing something like wheelchair pushing, hand cycling, swimming, kayaking, or even using gym equipment like ski ergs, etc. to get a low intensity exercise that we can do for a longer period of time. The great thing about this is that it doesn't matter what your ability level is, as long as you can find something that you can do it for an extended period of time and get the benefits of L.I.S.S training in. And talking about benefits, that's what we're going to be moving on to now. But before we do, I want to let you know that L.I.S.S training is a massive part of the Adapt to Perform membership platform. On there we have loads of programs ready for you that incorporate resistance training, yoga, cardio, and L.I.S.S training as well. Through these programs, I hold your hand every step of the way, so all you have to do is turn up and train. If you want to learn more about that and get 50% off your first year, then click on the link down below and get started today. Now let's talk about those benefits. So with the benefits, the first one here is its fat burning abilities. Because we're going for a long period of time, we are burning up calories. Now the best way to balance our calories, depending on our goals, is through our diet. But we can help it with stuff like cardio training, and L.I.S.S training can be a part of hitting your calorie target, depending on what your goal is. So although it has a small impact on our calorie balance, it does have a massive impact on our endurance building ability. Essentially, our body adapts to what we put it through. So if we do sessions that extend a long period of time, our body gets really good at doing things for an extended period of time. This can massively help with things like independence and quality of life as a wheelchair user. Another great aspect of L.I.S.S is that it can help with your recovery between harder sessions. Doing this can help promote our blood flow and reduce muscle stiffness to help us to keep moving on the days that we're recovering. And also with L.I.S.S training is that it's fantastic, the fact it's super accessible no matter who you are. As already mentioned, doing any exercise that you can perform for a longer period of time is L.I.S.S training, which means that it opens up the opportunities to do what you can do. You don't need to be able to do kayaking or hand cycling or whatever it may be to get a good L.I.S.S session in. If you could do some simple punching forwards, then you can get a L.I.S.S training done. So choose exercises that work for you, and it opens up the doors for this type of training. And lastly with the benefits is that this is a great way to reduce your stress. You may have heard from people who go for running or cycling that they feel a lot more free within their mind when they're doing these sort of activities. And that's because this slow, repetitive nature of doing this allows us to escape from the world and to focus on a sole activity. This focus on a sole activity helps us to reduce the stress, lower our blood pressure down, and to help us to have a calm environment which helps our mental well-being. Now let's talk about an example of a L.I.S.S training that we can do. And it's quite simple here, so I won't spend too long on it, but I'll give you a few little adaptations as we go through it. And the first thing here that we want to be doing is a warm-up of some sort. Only about 5 to 10 minutes where we're doing some sort of mobility drills or even just a lighter version of the cardio that we're going to be doing. Then when we go into the main session itself, I personally like to do somewhere between 30 minutes and 1 hour of L.I.S.S training. Now if I'm doing something in a gym or in one location, I like to do it on the shorter end. And that's because I kind of find these type of training a little bit boring, so I want to still get the benefits in, so I'll make it a little bit shorter if I'm doing something like a ski erg. However, the more exciting ones for me is where I'm out and about in the world. So if I'm hand cycling, pushing my wheelchair, kayaking, whatever it may be, that's when I'll go for a longer session period. But it's really up to you of how long you want to do it, depending on what you're doing or how long you can actually go for. Obviously, if you're a beginner, you want to go a shorter period of time. But if you're more advanced, you want to go hour, 2 hours, maybe even more, depending on you. And then lastly, at the end, we want to be doing some sort of cool down. Now, this is a great way to get your stretching in because we're nice and warmed up and we get more benefits from stretching by doing it now. So use this opportunity to get some stretches in, maybe some breathing activities to help bring that nervous system down and to help you transition into the rest of your day. Now, how often you should be doing this really depends on what you're already doing or what you want to achieve. If you're not doing any sort of training whatsoever and you only kind of want to do this type of training, then maybe doing it 4 to 5 times a week is a great way to do it. We don't need to recover too much between these sessions, so doing it maybe Monday to Friday and resting on the weekend is a great way to get this training in with nothing else at all. However, if you want to do other stuff like high intensity stuff or resistance training, use it in between your existing sessions. For example, if you're doing a high intensity or resistance training on a Monday, on a Tuesday, maybe do a lower intensity workout, and then on the Wednesday you can do a higher intensity or a lower intensity again on the Thursday. Mix and match depending on what you want to do. And again, if you don't want to think about this at all, Adaptive Form has you covered through our programs to help you every step of the way, so you can ignore all of that and I can do all the thinking for you. And my last point about structuring this is that mix it up. Add different things in, keep it interesting and exciting. If you can only do one thing, just do the one thing. But I highly encourage you to try different things. What this does is keeps it interesting, exciting and enticing. And those are 3 things that can help you keep coming back and to keep you consistent on your training program. Consistency is one of the most important things when it comes to our training to get the benefit out of it. We don't want to just be doing one training, we want to keep coming back and doing this again and again over years and years of time. So mix it up, find stuff you enjoy and keep coming back for more. So L.I.S.S training is a fantastic way to get a cardio workout in no matter who you are or what your ability level is. And that's everything you need to know about L.I.S.S training. If you do want to know anything else, if you have any comments, questions or concerns, let me know in the comments section down below. If you did like that video, it would be really helpful if you hit the like button. It helps to tell YouTube this is a good video and we should spread it to more people. And if you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button and be sure to check out more videos in this series and the rest of the stuff I have here at Adapt to Perform. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy the video and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Are you ready to start your fitness journey? Then sign up now at adapttoperform.co.uk and get access to hundreds of workouts specifically for us wheelchair users.